So what is the Tranzact card? Well, it's actually a positive social impact approach to banking. We have a banking platform that provides services for everyone. You get, first off, you get a private secure banking platform. You get FDIC insured checking account up to $250,000 per account. And you get a Visa bank card. What's that? Well, it's a debit card. You see it right there. It's no different. You probably have one or two or maybe even three in your wallet or your purse right now. I've got one with Chase. I've got one with PNC. Those are both business accounts. And I've also got one that's with Stockyards Bank and Trust, a local bank here in my community, because I love to support local businesses as well. And so it's very powerful. And there you see, you just log into your account and you can see that you have purchases, you got deposits where you put money in, you got purchases where money comes out. No different, but you'll see those little green lines underneath that. I'm going to come back to that in a few minutes because that's the difference. See, the card you have in your wallet or purse right now, and this card right here that we're showing you, physically, piece of plastic, it's got a chip. You can either tap or insert, and it's got a magnetic strip on the back that you can swipe. No different physically. Where the difference comes in is the technology that underlies this card, because the other ones, you just go spend and make purchases of things you need to purchase. On this one, it's going to maximize your spending power and your savings. Very powerful. So the key to it, it all starts with the fact of your buying power, what you have the ability to purchase on a month-to-month basis going forward. Because literally, for every dollar you spend going through this account, we're going to give you one Z-Buck, and one Z-Buck equals $1. See, right now, if you're using debit cards, you get 0 rewards, nothing, because there are no rewards for debit cards. And even if you're using one of the best credit cards out there, you get points, and points are pennies on the dollar. I mean, you might, if you got 5%, that means you spend $1,000, you got $50. We're talking about dollar for dollar. You spend $1,000 here, you're going to have access to $1,000. And what do you get to do with that? Well, you're going to have all kinds of products and services that become now significantly more affordable for you because you have the Z-Bucks. Why? Because you use your Tranzact card that's tied to this Venmo account. Really, really powerful. So let's dive in and talk about how this works. So first off, Z-Bucks. Every time you use this card, whether it's in person or online, whether you swipe it, tap it, or insert it, or you just go online and enter it, you use the number that's on this card just like you do every day anyways with debit cards and credit cards now, and you're going to get a 1-for-1 reward. So if you put $70 gas in your car, guess what? You're going to get $70 in Z-Bucks, and you're going to be able to turn around literally on the spot. As soon as that credit hits your account, you can literally go in and you can start making purchase of everyday items, luxury items. I mean, even vacation packages and stuff is going to be available. It's really pretty amazing to see how this works. And then let me give you a couple of examples. So, because people say, well, how does this work? So here you go. By doubling your buying power with you using the Tranzact card instead of your current debit card or even a credit card. So let's say you're going to buy a pair of shoes. You name the brand. I don't care if it's Adidas, Nike, any other brand. What you'll find if you go online, if you look, let's say at, let's say Foot Locker, online, Foot Locker in the store. If you look at Dick's Sporting Goods, Academy Sporting Goods, Jim's running shoes, you know, whatever, wherever you look online, you'll find that this shoe, it's a comparable shoe. It's got to be the exact same shoe. You'll find that it sells for $100 no matter where you go. Now, somebody might have it on sale for 90 or 80, but generally, not counting sales, it's going to be $100. Well, guess what? Inside of our members only merchant account, you're going to have this shoe for $100 as well. So there's no markup, markdown. There's no funny business, exact same competitive retail price. The only difference when you get to checkout, well, instead of paying $100, you're going to pay $50 because you can apply 50 Z-Bucks. Where did those come from? Well, guess what? Didn't you put $70 gas in your car yesterday? You sure did. So it could have come from groceries. It could have come from eating out. It could have come from going to Starbucks. It could have come from going to a sporting event, buying tickets for a concert. Who knows what you did? Maybe you paid a cell phone bill. You paid rent. You paid mortgage. You paid a utility bill. You could have done anything if you did it through your debit card on your Tranzact card through the account, your Venmo account. You're getting dollar for dollar. So those shoes cost you $50 instead of $100. Now they listed for $100 because you had the value of the Z-Bucks. $50 allowed, it cost you $50. Now, what else happened? Well, you paid $50, right, in cash. So you got 50 more Z-Bucks because you use your Tranzact card. See how that works? It's like a perpetual building of this value in these Z-Bucks. Now, a camper trailer, you're not going to buy those many times in life. Matter of fact, it might only be once, maybe twice. Some people buy more than 2 over time. But let's say you're going to go and get this one right here, $75,000. If you go to 100 different camper stores, on average, it's going to be a $75,000 camper. We're going to have access to it for you too. Exact same camper, nothing different. The only difference is when you go to purchase it, well, instead of $75,000, you'll pay $50,000. And instead of $25,000 being saved, you get that, but you also get, guess what? another 50,000 Z-Bucks because you paid with your Tranzact card. So you saved $25,000. Where did those come from? Oh, well, the addition of these accumulation of all these Z-Bucks from all these purchases you made. And then let's look at something people use every day if they have a young child, diapers. So you go for this competitive retail price diapers, $53 for a package of them. When you get to checkout, guess what you do? You pay $21 in cash because you apply $32 in Z-Bucks. We're talking about popular brands every day, luxury items, all kinds of things from high price to low price and everywhere in between. Literally almost anything you could want. Now, here's where a lot of people say, okay, sounds great, but I'm sure you probably have off brands or things that people really don't want or really a lot of cheap stuff. No, actually not. Here's some of the brands that are going to be in there to start. When we turn this on to beginning in November, you literally can have access to all these brands, and we're contracting with more right now. Every name that's on here, we're already contracted with. Have you ever heard of Ray-Ban sunglasses? What about Adidas shoes, Ralph Lauren, Rolex, GoPro, Black & Decker tools, Napa Auto Parts, Energizer batteries, Samsung TVs? Look at the ones behind it as well. You know, ever heard of Coleman? Ever heard of Giorgio Armani? Heard of Prada, Reebok, Calvin Klein, Dolce & Gabbana, Boss? I mean, Dell Computers. It just goes on and on and on, guys. You know, you can literally get anything you want. We'll have 25 million SKUs when we turn this on the beginning of November. And you're going to be able to go in there and use your Z-Bucks to purchase things you purchase anyways. Just you're going to save a lot over what you would have spent. And then remember that retail price. Well, guess what? Those shoes that were $50, you use $50 off the $100 price, but you paid $50, got 50 more Z-Bucks. So you're perpetually filling your rewards with the Z-Bucks. And that's what's beautiful about this. Now, those accumulate and they never expire. So it's points that you just keep building. The more you use it, the more points you get. Really a beautiful thing. Also, on top of that, flash sales. For those that are savvy, you're going to see these things pop up. Literally, we just started our friends and family portion a few weeks ago. And so we just started having these, but they pop up in there and you can go in there and literally, if you see something you want, what do? You buy it. When you put it in your cart, when you go to checkout, though, the only difference is you use 100% of your Z-Bucks. So you don't pay anything for the item, just the shipping and handling to get it to you. I mean, how beautiful is that? We've already had people that have gone on there and they said, hey, I bought these Beats earbuds. I bought these bracelets. I bought these backpacks. I bought these computer bags, these gym bags. I bought this Bose speaker system, all kinds of things already going through this as we're testing it and bringing it up to speed, but it's live. It's working. You can use your Z-Bucks right now. What most people are doing is accumulating the Z-Bucks for later on. And that's what's so powerful about it. So, you know, you see something in there, you think, hey, who would that be a great birthday present for? Who would that be a great holiday or Christmas present for? What a lot of people are already doing is they're accumulating their Z-Bucks while we go towards opening the store in November, but they're checking the flash sales and they're saying, hey, I can get something in here for basically shipping and handling. I'm going to start stocking up on presents for the future. I mean, it's just being smart with your money. And for the first time now, you have the ability to financially manage and create momentum with your money. It's really, really powerful thing. Now, on top of that, this is the one that excites me the most. How about you? Do you want to travel more? Do you feel like you need to travel more? That's me. I feel like I've got to travel more. I love to see the world. And there's so much I haven't seen yet. And it's expensive to travel. Make no mistake about it. But what if you could reduce the price or in some cases, even flash sales? What if you could get the entire trip, minus your transportation, for free? Well, matter of fact, one of our first flash sales coming up for cruising is going to be on Norwegian Cruise Lines. And it's one of their top of the line ships. They're smaller rooms. The smaller suites are $650 for a 7-day, 6-night. The largest one on the ship, they got a couple of them, 2 or 3, I think, is $18,000. So literally you can travel at any level you want, any style you want, and you're paying for it out of your rewards from doing your normal everyday, all week, all month long shopping. I mean, how beautiful is this to literally double your spending power just by changing the little piece of plastic that you use?
This beautiful couple right here, they won a flash sale, which is a 4-day, 3-night cruise to the Bahamas. They, along with several other people who have won this, I have not. I'm jealous a little bit, but it's okay. I know some amazing travel flash sales are coming down the pipeline, and hopefully all of us will be able to share what we've been able to, to win on the flash sale. So they're gonna get going to the Bahamas in December. They're gonna enjoy a little fun in the sun, and again, all of it was paid for with Z-Bucks. Incredible. So people will be able to travel again at a deeply discounted cost because being a part of the Tranzact card banking ecosystem, this is something you're going to have access to. It's called the Z Club Travel, where you're going to get hotels, resort condos, even private homes, Airbnb. I can't wait to test this out. I have a big family trip up north for Christmas. We always travel during Christmas instead of getting lots of toys that the kids will throw away. So we like to create memories. And of course, the best memories are created when you travel. So I can't wait. I'm going to report the next time I come on and do a call, let you know how it went when I booked my Airbnb with our Z Club. I'm so excited. But you can see here, compare it with Priceline and Expedia and all of that. We're gonna beat them hands down. So this is an example here: the Las Vegas Hilton Resort. It would normally on the internet cost you $614.52 for 3 nights. And really, for this hotel, that's a really great deal if you think about it. But guess what? You're going to be able to apply Z-Bucks because Z-Bucks are part of everything here in the Tranzact card banking ecosystem, even travel. Apply those Z-Bucks, and guess what? That trip is $283.88 out the door for you. I like that cost better. I think you do too, right?
Now let's take a look at this, guys. Here's the second side of this. The second side is the Power Save account. There's a few features in here. The first one called Transact Up. You may have heard of something like this before. That's just where you round up. Anything charge that goes through, it rounds up. So you turn this on and off as you choose. You have the ability to turn it on or turn it off. You don't have to do it, but you have the ability to do it. Your Power Save account is a long-term 5-year savings account. And this is going to turn on also at the beginning of November. So it's a great way to take these little micro pieces of money here and there, add it up, compound it over time, and give yourself a long-term savings, which is one of the hardest things for most people to do today. And it's not taking extra money out of your pocket. So Transact Up, that's like a roundup. To Transact Back, we literally have hundreds of retailers all around the country that have hundreds of thousands of locations. Starbucks is one. Somebody told me they have over 30,000 Starbucks in the United States. We've got Home Depot, we got Lowe's, we got Chipotle. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. And when you shop with them in their physical locations or online and use the Transact card, well, not only are you going to get Z-Bucks, but on top of that, they're also going to kick back anywhere from 0.5% to 5% as a loyalty rewards in cash that gets deposited into your Power Save account. So guess what? You were going to go to Chipotle anyways and get that food. You spent $18, but now guess what? You got $18 in Z-Bucks, and you got anywhere from 0.5% to 5% put back into your Power Save account. And if it was $18.51 and you have the Transact Up on there, guess what? Another 49 cents got put into your Power Save account. I mean, how cool is that, right? Remember growing up where your parents or grandparents said, hey, empty all your change at the end of the day and put it in a jar or put it in a box somewhere and keep it in 5 or 10 years, you'll have this big extra amount of money. That's kind of what this is like. The only difference is it's done electronically, and it also has the possibility to grow and increase with the compounding as well. Now, Z Forward, what's that? Well, remember all those store names that we just showed you where you can redeem your Z-Bucks? Well, when you go in there and purchase, guess what? Whatever you purchase and you pay for, another 2% on top of the purchase is going to get put into your Power Save account. Now, think about this. You got that pair of shoes. You use 50 Z-Bucks, so you already saved $50. Now that's your money in your pocket right now. You would have spent it. Now you have it. What do you do with that? I suggest you pay off debt or increase savings. Every time you use your Z-Bucks, say, hey, this is money I would have spent. How can I reduce debt or increase my savings, or both? You do what you want to do with it. On the other hand, though, you paid $50, so you got another $50 in Z-Bucks. You also got a chance to get 2% because you bought it through our Z Club. And then if it was one of the brands that's also part of the Transact Back, you got anywhere from 0.5% to 5%. You see the way this whole ecosystem is coming together? Let me scroll back up here and show you what I was talking about. I asked you to look at that app. Well, let's look at this bottom here. It's some kind of store purchase, $15.30. I'm not sure what the purchase was, but you'll see the first green one, which is Transact Up. So 70 cents was deposited into your savings. You see Transact Back, $1.53. That's also put into your savings. And oh, guess what? You got 16 Z-Bucks as well. These three things are all something new that you would not have had if you didn't have a Venmo account, if you didn't know about the Transact card. You would have made that purchase anyways because it was something you wanted. Now the difference is you got 3 additional benefits for using the Transact card.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit more about gift cards. Introducing the Easy Power Earn and Save card. This is part of the mobile app that you get with Transact Card and allows you to go in and purchase gift cards from Walmart, Best Buy, and over 300 different vendors and restaurants, and allows you to earn Z-Bucks and give gift cards away on the fly. There's so many different brands involved in this that you can think of that you might want to use yourself or give as a gift. And it's just in time for the holidays. The amazing thing about this too is that, let's assume you bought somebody a gift of an Olive Garden gift card and you sent that to them directly through an email or a text, but then they said, you know what, I'm not in the mood for Italian food, and they just want to switch it to something else. So they can log in, and on the fly, they could switch that gift card to an Amazon card, a Starbucks card, whichever brand that they want to use it for instantly. It's that powerful. So you earn the Z-Bucks from buying the card for them, and they're happy. And also with that, they get to find out a little bit more about Tranzact Card. Now, we are just about to launch coming up here November 13th and 14th. So as I mentioned, a lot of this stuff is still being tested. We're in the phase that we call a pre-launch or a beta test right now. So before this official launch, what's going to happen? Well, we have a special promotion offer for anyone that wants to get involved early. And the way this works is, instead of a $25 annual membership, you can get Tranzact Card for a one-time $25 for life with no annual renewal. Not only that, but you get, of course, all the banking platform benefits, but you also get 500 Z-Bucks awarded to you every single week until we launch. You also get double Z-Bucks on every single purchase for your first entire year, all the way through November 2024. And finally, as you refer Tranzact Card to friends and family, you can earn an additional 500 Z-Bucks for every single referral starting at the launch. Super, super fun. Now, if you're thinking, hey, you know what? This is something I want to do. Please get back to whoever invited you to watch this. Ask your questions, get your answers, and join us as we go and change the world one swipe at a time.
How are you feeling about the Tranzact Card? Oh, I love it. I'm excited to get it, excited to use it. The thought of being able to turn our grocery bills and our gas bills into something more, and to be able to help more people do the same, is just incredible to me.
I'm excited to basically get dollar for dollar. To be honest, I feel like when we use our cash, we don't get nothing back in return. That money's gone once we swipe that.
Exercise their daily buying habits, whatever they may be, and they can recapture their business expense or their personal expense and take advantage of that and leverage it to buy their own personal items. I mean, you could buy somebody something extra for Christmas. You could build your whole Christmas portfolio out of that, or you could just give it away. You know, it's a real bonus driven deal where people can kind of recapture their expenses, their daily expenses, and have a way to re-leverage that they wouldn't otherwise have. Yeah.
The fact that this could be the biggest by far reward program that anybody has ever seen, that was one of the massive rollouts that I just got from there.
This is going to change a lot of people's lives. I mean, let's face it, after the pandemic, there's so many families that are struggling right now. And to be able to instantaneously, without changing a single thing, to double their spending power literally every single month, I think it's just going to be a game changer for a lot of families.